Good morning. So today class I discuss with health information system. So what is health information system? So basically for any data related to health, so we have to collect that information. We have to collect that information from the sub-center level or PSC level or taluka level or district level, and finally they integrate with they will analyze the data in the state level and then they process to the national level. So this is the system for all the programs in our country. So health information system basically it is the mechanism for the collection. So we have to collect, processing, analysis and transmission of information required for the organizing and operating health services, and also helps for the research and training. So we have to collect the data and then we have to process and then analyze, and this information is a transmission of this information is required for organizing and operating health services, and this also helps for research and training. Now take the COVID data. So now we are having the corona pandemic. So for that we for planning or organizing or for research purpose or training purpose we want data. So this we get from sub center or PSC to the taluka level. So there they will analyze of all the PSCs, they will analyze and then they will process that information to district level. At district level they will analyze for all the taluks and finally they process to the state level, and again in state level they collect the data from all the districts and finally they process to the national level. So this is the process of the transmission of data from the lower level to higher level. So what are the components of this health information? So health information has got various components. One is demographic. So here it includes the total population, the age wise, sex wise, rural, urban. So that is a demographic data. Then vital events including births and deaths. Health statistics that health status in the community, that includes the mortality rate, the morbidity rate, or disability, or quality of life. Health resources available with us, including the manpower, doctors, nurses, or any paramedical staff, or doctor population ratio, or nurse population ratio, and facilities, either private hospitals or government hospitals or medical college hospitals or clinics, and number of beds availability. So this is the data related to health resources. Then it comes to the environmental health status in that particular area, includes the air pollution, the noise pollution, or even the water. So we have to give the information related to the air pollution, noise pollution, or water pollution in that particular locality. Then comes to the utilization of health services. So now we have, so now our responsibility is not only giving the services, and we have to see whether these services are utilized properly or not. So we have to get the data about the utilization of health services. And then the indices for outcome of medical care. Whatever the medical care we give, what is the outcome? So that information also we have to collect. And last, the financial aspects. So amount of the total amount spent on healthcare, and what is the benefit for us? That cost effective analysis we have to do, or cost benefit. So these are the components of the health information system, that includes demographic data, vital events, health status, health resources, environmental health data, and utilization of services, and indices of outcome of medical care, and last, the financial status. Next, why we want this health information system? So what are the uses of this? So if you know the components, it is very easy to say, easy to tell the uses. So one is to measure the health status of the population. The first use is to measure the health status of the population. Number two, for comparison. So we can compare the health status of different areas. As local comparison within within taluk, we can compare different villages or different PSCs. The national comparison, or even international comparison. So national, different states, international, different countries we can compare. So we can give rankings. Third one is for planning, administration, and effective management of health services. Yes, definitely. So we want the data for planning, administration, and effective management of health services. Fourth is, yes, this is very, very important for research. And last one, for assessing the satisfaction of the beneficiaries. So these are the 6 uses of health information system. One is to measure the health status of population. Number 2, for comparison. Number 3, planning, administration and management, research, and last one is assessing the satisfaction of the beneficiaries. Next, okay, what are the sources of this health information for us? Sources. The first source is census. Yes, it is the most important source of health information. The census is defined as the total process of collection, compiling, and publishing the demographic data, economic and social data at this specified time of all the persons of the country. So usually we do this once in 10 years. The first census was conducted in 1881. From then we do census every 10 years. The last census was on March 2011. So for this census, who is responsible to collect this information? Because they want to visit each house and has to collect the information from all the households. So the school teachers are responsible for collecting the information. And what information they collect? Demographic, including age-wise, sex-wise, and their economic status, their income, and their other social characteristics. But the drawback of this census is it's a time consuming, and the full results are not available immediately. So this is the big drawback of census. So we do census every 10 years. and last census was March 2011. Next, number two, second source is registration of vital events. So vital events means what? Mainly birth and death. The Central Birth and Death Act